So one of the biggest questions that life shoves in our faces is, what do you want? I have never been able to answer that question. In the short term I can, sure. I want dinner. I want rest. And maybe those short-term things are all we should want. It would make life a heck of a lot simpler, wouldn't it? But life kind of demands that we do choose to want something, big things too. It asks us, what do we want to do for a living? Or if you want to take capitalism out of it, which I'm always eager to do, what do you want to do as a vocation or a calling? What do you want to dedicate your life to? How do you want to busy yourself? Do you want children? Do you want to acquire anything in particular? Do you want to have a home? Do you want to be a wanderer? Do you want to be in a relationship? Lots of big things. What do you want to do with your life? That is the big question that this world shoves in our face. Like we have to do anything with it. And there's a lot of wisdom out there that seems to be prevailing in certain echo chambers, that we shouldn't be doing anything at all, we should be just being. And it's very hard for a panicked nervous system to get with that truth, to be okay with that truth. And so many of us are like this. I do believe that we are all traumatized by the system that we're in, let alone our upbringings and our family units. But what do I want from life? I have no idea. A lot of people ask, where do you see yourself in 5 years? There was one time in my life where I was certain of my future forever. With the same person, in the same place, having fulfilled a dream I thought I had at the time. I wanted things once, and then I had things, and then I willfully chose to leave those things, and I lost those things. And now I'm being forced to answer the same question again. What am I willing to lose? What do I want to gain? And the answer, the simple answer, is I just don't know. And I am tired of having to know. I'm tired of life asking me to know, forcing me to know. And yet, no, I must. No, I must, because what happens if I don't? If I don't choose something? I become some solitary drifter, adrift through life. Maybe that's not a bad thing. Maybe there ought to be more of us. Is there anything wrong with drifting through life? It's all impermanent. We all die in the end. And yet that somehow feels really nihilistic, doesn't it? It feels like, well, we are here to live. We're here to thirst and hunger and grasp and grieve. We're here to gain and lose. We're here to live. And for a long time, I tried to transcend all of that. I tried to let go of it all. But there is a powerful part deep inside my human self that desperately, desperately wants to want. And there it is. I've identified my want. I've identified my desire as desire itself. I want to want. Where do I see myself in 5 years? Or where would I like to be in 5 years? I would like to be in a place of wanting and feeling like that's okay. To want something. Not necessarily have it. Not necessarily be maddened by the pursuit of it. But simply to actively enjoy the process of reaching for something, of wanting to connect with something in life. Life, if anything, is about incarnating, is it not? Is that not self-evident? Whatever this illusion may be of existence, it's irrelevant. Life, it seems, is by definition incarnating, especially the self-aware animals, especially humans. We are aware that we're here, that we're alive. And whether or not you believe in a soul, it doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is that there is this unfolding of awareness, this enlivening, this incarnating. I grew up with a lot of spiritual and philosophical literature, and it led me astray early on. It was a way of spiritually bypassing all the conflict in my childhood home. It was a way for me to absolve my ego as a 13-year-old, so I didn't have to, so it wasn't dangerous to be a person around my mother. But there was a great misstep in that I failed to launch myself into life, into wanting, as all my peers did. Everyone seemed to lust after something in life, and at the time I judged it. I judged it as egotistical or egoic. And sure, that may be true too, to some extent, of course. But at the same time, they were all incarnating. And now I find myself, at middle age, not having yet incarnated, not knowing what I want, and envious of my peers who do, and who have. Not that I want what they want, or not that I want to have what they have. Far from it. I am removed from that world in general. And I suppose maybe that's the problem, is that so much of what the world offers us to have is not something that truly fulfills us, is it? It's not something that truly fulfills the human animal inside us. Things like connection to nature, community, connection to something greater than ourselves, like God or whatever you want to call it. No, this world tells us that we need to acquire material possessions in order to feel fulfilled, and worse than that, that we need to acquire legacy, to have our lives mean something on the global stage, to have an impact in the world, to somehow outlive our mortal existence. And yet, they still incarnate, don't they? And I do question, maybe that is the point. I am envious of those that, like Achilles, know what they want to be and become and leave behind. The sweat and the blood. They're connected to something that I feel so divorced from. They're connected to the striving that all the spiritual traditions tell us to avoid. And yet that is the stuff of life in some sense. I suppose the trick is to realize that. So I don't know what I want from life. I suppose I do want connection, fundamentally. I think that's what we all do, ultimately. We want safety, kinship, community, belonging, connection. And we also want to lose ourselves in the best possible way in something we're passionate about. And I think that's a big one for me. I've been a creative my whole life, to no good effect, but nonetheless have enjoyed losing myself to the passions of creativity. But it still fails to fulfill me because I haven't found it. And I know that's what we're all searching for, isn't it? We're all waiting for it. This eureka moment of, I found it. I'm finally complete. But that's the thing, like, I'm not searching for completeness, not really. I'm searching for momentum. I'm searching for purpose. Purpose and meaning. But those are abstract concepts, aren't they? They're abstract ideas. They're not rooted in reality. These are things that come out of living. Purpose and meaning come out of the things people pursue, like a vocation, like having children, like building a home. These things are how we derive purpose and meaning. So I want purpose and meaning, but I don't know how to get there. Maybe it's through this, but I've tried before. And I doubt this will go anywhere. And that's okay. I want to want. I want to believe that what I want is real and true and worthwhile. Abstractions. Just abstractions. So I come to the forest every day to try to put my feet on the ground, to anchor myself to reality. And daily, I can say that I do want to walk in the forest. I want to be in nature. But I've been doing that for 5 years now, the same forest. And I do long for some novelty, and yet I'm terrified of it. Because I don't know what to choose. There's option paralysis too. There's so much to choose from, isn't there? I think at the end of the day, what I'm really wanting is to choose, to commit. Because that's part of incarnating, isn't it? That really is what incarnation is. It's being reduced down, having that field of potentiality reduced down to something finite. And isn't that what the universe is doing? The infinite is becoming corporeal, into the seemingly finite. So, if that's what the universe is doing, and that's what life is here to do, and that's what the human pursuit is for, then I need to find something to just commit to. I need to find something to dive off the edge of, so there's no turning back. I would like to fall into something. Maybe that's why they call it falling in love. Yeah. Because once you're over the edge there, that's it. You're out of control. And maybe that's what I want. To no longer need to be in control. To fall in love with life.